Hi, everyone. It's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator. Well, I'm back from my fantastic incentive trip. It was amazing. I have to thank everybody that follows me and encourages me to keep doing videos because that's basically why I feel that I did earn this fantastic trip. But anyways, my whole purpose when when I do my lives and my videos is to help give you the confidence in order so that you can basically create cards and beautiful other paper crafting projects on your own. So if you are here on YouTube, make sure that you're subscribed just down below here. Hit that bell and you get notified immediately as soon as I do go live. And if you're on Facebook, wow, make sure that you do say who you are. This is a pre-recording, so if I'm talking to different people, because I'm answering questions, and that's always a good thing. So make sure that you do say hi on here. So it's back to my regular Monday, and I'm nervous. I don't know why I'm so nervous, but I am nervous doing this. For some reason, I forgot to even how to sign on. I mean, my goodness. But in any event, it was really good. Didn't get home till about 11 o'clock last night. Had a delay as usual, but in any event, I'm here and I'm dying. I've just been dying to go ahead and do another live. Hello. All right, so let's jump on down to my desktop. I am using this Gone Fishing suite. Let's Go Fishing suite. Actually, I think it's a great suite for a masculine card. It can be for Father's Day, retirement, that sort of stuff. It does have, and this designer series paper doesn't really show off this designer series paper that well, but it's a great paper pack, and I love these dies. And I haven't used them as much as I should have used them before I actually did this card. So this will probably be one of the first of many cards that I do with it. And I'm going to make a retirement card. So every Monday, what I do is I usually do either a fun fold card or I do a 3D project. And we're going to do a fun fold card. We're actually doing a Z fold pop-up card. I've done some of these other pop-up cards, but this one's just a tiny bit different. I was inspired by some that I saw on the trip. And as I go along, when I do have different cards, what I'm going to do is show you some of my swaps that I got. These dies are amazing. They cut out the fish. They have the feathers that are on the fly. Just really a great stamp set. So let's get started on this. Like I say, I'm not sure exactly how I'm doing some things, but it's all good. Now, some of this designer series paper, I just cut it for the first time today. So, oh my goodness, is this the right size? I'm wondering if I scored this right. But in any event, I just cut it, so I haven't even really done up my sample pack. So this card is, like I said, a Z fold card. So this is 5.5 by 8.5, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. And when I scored at 4 1/4, and I want to do a Z fold or a Z fold, depending on where you are. Hello, Colleen. My goodness. I said I was going to do a special shout out to you, Colleen, just because it was kind of neat to meet your upline, and it was amazing just to meet all these people. So I'm very glad that now I know who you are. All right, so then when I go do my Z fold on here, I turn it over and then I turn around and I do this at 2 1/8. And I like to do it like I score this way, turn it over and score this way. And then that way, when I do fold into the mountain, and we'll just bring our bone folder in to do that. And when I fold it back, it gives me that right even a mark there. All right, so then what this is going to do is this is actually going to pop up some of the sentiments on there. Now, I had a hard time picking the designer series paper that I wanted to put on the back. I like this one because you can cut out a lot of these. This die cuts this fish out, cuts this one out. Doesn't cut any of the other ones that I've figured out anyways, but I'm going to put this on this side. I think this is really a pretty one that can, thanks. I am back, Felicia. Yes, I'm back as of last night at about 11 o'clock. So it was a long day, but traveling always is a long day from there. It wasn't, well, I guess it was like a 9.5 hour flight, but then the flight from London got delayed, so consequently I missed my other flight, so I had to wait a little bit at the airport in Vancouver, but nothing too big. Anyways, this piece happens to be 4 by 5.25. So I'm just going to go in here and just put this on to this side here. Yeah, I really like this. And also this gives you different ideas of how you can color your different fish. I think this one almost looks like a rainbow trout to me. So anyways, I have a piece that's 1 7/8 by 5 1/4 inch. Now I did go ahead and emboss this with the basics embossing folder, those 3 folders that are on the online exclusive. And I did it with the thatched one. This one would have been great with the the knot embossing folder, but I don't have that one. Not yet anyways. So I'm just going to go ahead and put those onto the front. I'm using my glue. So we'll just put that on there. It's amazing how you miss doing certain things, and I really do missed doing my lives. I did have some pre-recorded, and thank you very much for watching those while I was gone. I'm also babysitting a dog today. Blue I'm babysitting, so we may have some different other noises in the background here. And this, like I said, this is 1 7/8 by 5 1/4 on there. Let's see. Hello. Am I jet lagged? I guess I am. I have so many things I've got to do. I've got to get my ink color card classes cut. I've got to get my shares completely done. But you know what? It will get done, and I know they'll get done. So this is the Z fold. See, it just opens up like this. But we're going to do a different sort of thing on there, and we're going to do a pop-up. So I'm going to show you that mechanism. Now this piece happens to be, and it's very vanilla that I'm using with this because I'm picking up the very vanilla from the back of this designer series paper. So I have a piece here, and this piece happens to be 2 1/4 by 3 inches, and I've scored it at 3/4 of an inch, 1.5, and this one happens to be at 2 1/4 inches. And then we're just going to fold this in, and I'm just folding it one way and then the other, and this is perfect. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm actually folding into the valley instead of the mountain. When you find that this will actually work, fold it into the mountain. Yes, it will. Okay, so I folded this into the mountain, and see how the crease is right there. It's perfect. It's not overlapping. You don't want any of that to happen. But this is the mechanism that's going to pop up this particular card. So I have this like this, where it's opened up. And I'm going to come in with my tear and tape and my... Well, I miss being in my craft room, that's for sure. You know, it's more important to get down to my craft room than unpack. So I came in, nothing got done last night, but I came in and I've started unpacking. I'm doing it in what I think is a proper way to do it. I'm taking all the dirty clothes out. Mind you, I organized it before I left anyways. But yeah, I've got time to do that. I just have lots of other stuff that's important to do. All right, so this is just like this, and it's going to... I've done it on the outside. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up this center fold here and here. And then when this pops open, so I'll show you how that works anyways. So let's take that part off. So here and here. Now I could use glue, But sometimes I find it doesn't dry fast enough for me, but glue would work. So I'm going to come in and just put this right here, and I'm going to try to center it. If it's off by a little bit, it's not a big issue. So then when this pops open, that's what's going to give me my pop-up. So I'm going to score it this way. I want to get it so that it's really a good fold on there. So there, that's going to be our pop-up thing. And see, something's going to go on here. And then I'm going to do the front part as well on this card. All right, so let's start doing the stamping on here. Now, this piece here happens to be 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, and then the mat of my Night of Navy happens to be 3 inches by 4 inches. And that's going to go right on there like that. And then this is the middle piece. So I'm going to stamp some of this stuff now. I really like this font. It's a kind of a different font on there, but I like it. I think it's really quite nice. Now, this is a photopolymer stamp set. So this is the front of the card. So I'm going to go, good things come to those that wait, and then I'm going to go happy retirement. I just think that kind of goes along with it. I don't want to do a Father's Day card, but of course this would work out just great for a Father's Day card. Birthday card, if you have any fishermen in your life. So, let's see. Just checking to see if there's any comments. Okay, so I'm just going to put this off to the side here. Like that. And then on the big one, I'm going to do the happy retirement on there. Let's see. And the whole trip didn't do any stamping. I thought we would have done some stamping in the hospitality room, but we didn't do any stamping. All right, so I have that. And I also have some spare pieces here. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp some of these other images on here. I really like, and I think it's called oh, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm terrible at the fishing sort of stuff. Is it a bobber or, anyways, I'm sure somebody's going to be able to fix that for me, the name of that. My dad never fished with this, so I'm not really familiar with that. He was a fly fisherman. So now I'm going to go ahead and put the red on the bottom here, and I think I might do a couple of these. And then I'm going to come in with my Night of Navy and put the bobber around it. Good heavens. Just have to move this in such a way that I can see this. Now, normally I would tell you do the dark first, but I found that this particular one worked better when I did the red first and then put the navy on. So, a bobber. Wow. Thanks, Colleen. I think I didn't. Wow. Like I say, we never really did that kind of fishing. It was always fly fishing that my dad did. So, that's off by a little bit, but not bad. And then I have, of course, I have the fly. And I'm going to do that in navy. And then there's a piece here with another feather. There's also a die for this feather. And I could have cut the die for that, but I have this. And I'm actually going to, and this is going to be a pretty drab fly. I'm using gray granite. Usually your flies are a lot, well, some of them are. I know my dad used to make his own flies, so they used a lot of deer hair on their flies. So I just did that with the gray granite. And then there's this really neat fish. Oh my goodness, let's do this one first. This is another fly. So I'm going to do that in the navy. Then I'm going to come in with the Poppy Parade. And then I'm just going to, I remember he had these too. And honestly, I didn't pay too much attention. I was just there along for the ride. And then there's this kind of fun fish. To me it looks, should I say it? It looks like a dead fish. But I'm just going to put that, say, about there. Does that? Yeah. Anyways, we won't get into that. Like I say, I'm not, if my dad was still with us, he probably could have really helped me out with this. All right, so we're just going to put that on there. Now I've gone ahead and I've cut these parts out. Now, also on these dies, they have waves. This is really neat. There's this die here that it kind of looks like different compartments, but it's a tackle box. And of course, there's hooks on there too. So I thought that was really kind of cool. All right. So then I've gone ahead and cut some of these out to save some time. But the other beauty of this is we could cut this out there, or I could turn around and maybe even, and I think I might even do that, is you can fussy cut some of this. Wow, I lucked out on that one, that's for sure. But you could fussy cut this. This one is cut with the die. I'm going to cut this guy out. And it's easy enough to fussy cut it. And, you know, the thing is, too, when you have these ones that kind of have like part fish on it, I want to show you something that you can do. I don't know if this will work on this particular card. But see, on here, you could have it coming where it's coming. That's not a very good one there. Where it's coming off of this side. So you can actually use those part ones. See how that would work on there? So I'll see where that can go on there. All right, so I do have these bobbers cut. Oh, I only have one bobber cut. Where did the rest of my die cuts go? Well, I might have to cut these. Anyways, let's go ahead and start putting this part on there. Thought I cut them all out. Obviously, I didn't. Okay, so when this part goes on here, it's going to go right on there, right edged right up to that part there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to use some more of that tear and tape. Just going to put it, I'm not going to put it right to the edge. And the reason I'm not putting the tear and tape right to the edge is because if I don't get it covered, it would get stuck in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come like this. And now, good things, no, it's the happy retirement that I want to do. So what I want to do is get this in the middle, right up against there. And then I'm just going to put that down on there like that. And see, there is where we get our pop-up. It's just going to pop up there. All right, so now I have this and my Night of Navy. Oh my goodness, you guys. How do I do that? Should never take these parts apart. Oh, here we go. All right, so here we go. This piece happens to be the 2 3/4 by 3 3/4 by a 4 3 inch. That's going to go. This one looks like it's just off by a bit. You know what? I'm going to just trim this one. We'll see how that one goes. See if I've got that 3 3/4. That's why it's not working. There we go. And then that'll work better on there. So this is going to go on here. So I'll just glue that part on. Isn't there a second stamp for that fish? The big fish? You mean this one? No, because this to me looks like a carcass, but maybe. Well, let's stamp it. Let's give a chance. So let's do it kind of in, ooh, I'm going to use a color that is a little strange for me to use. I'm going to use a wild wheat in there. So let's see. This one might be. This one to me looks like I say, a dead fish. But let's give that a try. I'm going to stamp that off. Oh, look at that. I think you're right. Let's see how that works. There you go. It works, like you say. That's pretty cool. I kind of like the fact that it also looks kind of like a dead fish. I shouldn't say that, should I? Anyways, we're going to leave it like that. And then I could cut those out, but I did find those other bobbers and stuff that I had. So I've got these. I've got them cut out. And then I can go ahead and put those on there. All right. So this is going to go on here. You said that part goes there. So, you know, I probably should have done this in a different color, but let's go ahead and wonder how that's going to look on there. You know what? I'll do it that way. And we'll line that up. I did not know that. So there we go. There we go. That's going to go on there. And we have our bobber, and then this is another fly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in, and I've got some of this, and I'm just going to stick it behind there. I'm not doing it like it's attached to it. I'm just doing it as a decoration behind it. So I'm going to have it kind of loose and popped up. Guess I should have paid more attention when my dad was fishing. Like I say, never use these. Anyone know that Kamloops is? I think it's the world's best fly fishing place in the world. So this is going to go here as well with dimensionals. Doesn't look so dead. I kind of like the dead look, but that's okay. It's all cool. All right, so let's put this here. That goes across there. And then this fly can go in here. Oh, apologize for my dog. Surprised I haven't got two of them barking upstairs today. This is just going to go here. And I could put another bobber on there if I want. I kind of want this part to go on there in such a way that it's not going to. Oops. These definitely are not my ribbon scissors. All right, so let's go ahead and put that on there. So tomorrow is back to my, well, mind you, I have been doing my techniques along the way. I hope you've been enjoying those. All right, so this is going to go on here like this. So I'm going to come and just put the glue. I could use the tear and tape on here as well. But this is going to go right on here. So not looking too bad. Another fish I could put up here. fish could go maybe there. I'm not sure. Actually, the hooks would be quite good on there too. Let's see. No, I'm just going to stick that up there. Or maybe another fish. It doesn't look so dead, but that does look like a dead fish, doesn't it? It's kind of a drabby looking fish. I could have done some red. I could have actually done that almost like a trout. So let's go. Yeah. Just going to move this guy just a little bit. I think what I want to do is put the bobber here and then put the fly there. Say I haven't played with this one. I kind of just took it out of the box this morning and thought there's a one I could do today. So there we go. There, that'll work. This also gives you a little bit more of some writing. If you find that there's not enough space, see, I didn't like that showing underneath. If you found that there wasn't enough space to write on it, you could turn around and this is not working the way I want it to. Is go ahead and put a piece onto the back to make it work that way. Now, I don't know if we even have navy embellishments, but I could turn around and I could use these embellishments. These ones might even look okay. These are the, yeah, you know what? They'll work okay. There we go. Just there. There we go. Or I could have colored those red as well. So anyways, whoa, that was a little rough, wasn't it? In any event, let me see. You almost missed me. Well, I missed you guys. I must say that. I did meet some fantastic demonstrators, I tell you. Lot that I've never ever met before, which was amazing. My son says I talk to everybody, and I do. But anyways, it's lots of fun to do that. Yeah, not a bad card. I like the fact that this is the fish behind there. I might finish something else off in here. But yeah, not a bad card. Nice retirement card for somebody. So like I say, that uses the Gone Fishing bundle. Like I say, this is a great tackle box. Yeah, I think I remember my dad had all of his hooked in there, his fly fishing in there. So great, sweet. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Just reach out. I do answer. I didn't have very much, or my Wi-Fi was very sketchy when I was away, so I didn't do much posting. I tried to post as much as I could. You have to talk to Lorraine Nelson about the name. You know what? I know that. I know Lorraine could help me, and also so could Randy with the names of this sort of stuff. But I know that is a bobber. And Dad had these, and he had, like I say, he had all flies. Yeah. Anyways, so if you like that, give me the thumbs up. If you if you would share my video, I really do appreciate it. That's one of the biggest forms of a compliment that you can give me. And if you do live in Canada, I'd love to be your demonstrator. It's been an honor, and I'm so thankful that you do come and watch me on a consistent basis. That really does make me, I'm humbled by that. I really do appreciate that. So tomorrow is mystery at 4:30 Pacific time, and then on it's 4:30 is my technique tomorrow. I have no idea what I'm going to do. Remember to reach out if there's certain things that you would love or you'd like to see me do. If I've done them, I'll try to do a different twist on it, but do reach out. I really do appreciate it when you do give me some ideas. And then we're going to be doing a mystery challenge again on Wednesday. So I'm back safe and sound. Yes, I am. I am. And ready to be home. I must say, I am ready to be home. I miss doing my lives. Anyways, you guys, have a great day. Remember to create because it's great for the soul. And we will talk to you soon. Bye for now.